What's up guys, we are back with another toy haul video, and obviously this one came much sooner than usual. We just talked about a whole bunch of stuff recently and I'm already back, but I've gotten frankly way too much stuff in on one day alone. Almost all of it came in on one day, and you may or may not hear a couple cats running around. There are two cats circling all of these new toys right now. So we've got a full case pack of toys, a new Mythic Legions wave, and then just a whole bunch of stuff that really I came across on the same day, which was just really weird. It's a good thing my wife was home to see all of this arrive at once. That made for a great afternoon. So yeah, let's just jump right in and take a look. So I would say everything here is probably going to get a video at some point, immediately for a number of them. So Fortnite, we'll start with Fortnite stuff because I got two new Fortnite figures from both Mcfarland Toys and Jazwares. So we've got the Mcfarland Pili figure, and there's no chance that I was not going to buy this guy. I wasn't really hoping for the Mcfarland first. I want the Jazwares figure, but this guy was on sale on Amazon and I had some rewards points, so I got him for almost nothing. And he's a weird little figure. There's some interesting stuff going on. He's got like a weird rubber bodysuit on, which is not how I thought this figure was going to be made. So there's some interesting stuff here. Definitely going to do a video on this guy. I may do a whole Fortnite video of just the stuff that's kind of straggling to do them all at once, but he's definitely going to be featured sooner rather than later, and he's a giant banana. I mean, there's a reason why so many people want to get him. And then we got this guy in as well. This is the Jazwares Walmart exclusive Crack Shot. I think this is the first exclusive Legendary series. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. So this is kind of the nutcracker looking guy, and he's got a whole bunch of stuff. He boasts 40 points of articulation, which I'm not too sure if that's accurate or not, but he does look pretty cool. I couldn't pass this one up. He is among the more weird designs. I don't want all of these, like Jonesy. I don't want him because he's just a regular guy. Abstract, I don't want him because he's kind of just a regular guy. But all the other ones I very much want because they're all really weird and goofy. So we got those. Found this guy at a GameStop. So we've got the new Yavin Ceremony Luke Skywalker, or should I say Skywalker. This is the Luke number 100 in the Black Series that has the misprint on it. And he's kind of banged up. I'm not really sure how they have him or why they only had this one figure. The girl at the counter couldn't tell me where it came from. So we've got Luke Skywalker, or should I say Squawker, because this is the weird figure that has not one but two misprints on it. And regardless of that, this box is likely going in the trash, but it's still a very odd thing that this, of all things, came out with two misprints on it. I don't think we've ever seen anything so haphazard in the Black Series, but he does look pretty cool. So we've got a Black Series figure to look at. Let's see, what else do we have? We've got a long sought-after Marvel Legends figure. I finally found only one, Dani Moonstar. Of course, like everybody else, I want three of her because I want to make all three figures. But I finally found one in a store because I missed her online. And I found her at a store that I don't normally ever go to or am rarely ever around. So that was kind of a cool surprise. And yeah, it's Dani Moonstar. There you go. We've got another Marvel Legends figure, and this is a big one I've really been looking forward to, literally, figuratively. So we've got the 80 years, the Gray Hulk figure, and this is the one that, of course, comes in the big white box. I think it's kind of weird that they're doing that, but it's kind of cool at the same time. It's interesting, it's different. It gives me a very Matty Collector feel. But you can, of course, pop this guy out, and he comes on this just massive retro card, and I'm obviously going to take him out. I'm going to get another one just to keep him carded because it's so pretty, so beautiful, and it's just so comically oversized. I mean, look how big this thing is. But the figure, it's the exact same figure that we got in the Wolverine Hulk 2-pack, but that head sculpt is different, and it looks amazing. And he comes with the crushed pipe, and I don't know, that's the dumbest call out I've ever seen on a package ever, but I love it so much. Crushed pipe and ripped shirt. So he comes with the best of both worlds. He's got the SDCC pipe and the 2-pack shirt. So that's cool, I guess. And then we've got another SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Z figure to throw on the ever-growing pile that never gets reviewed. So we've got the most recent Broly figure. This is the standard one, the non-beefed up, the non-powered up version. He does come with a Super Saiyan head, but he's not the big massive muscular one. I think this might be the better of the two, honestly. He looks really good. So I might do a video on him. I say that every time. I just never get around to it. They're definitely lacking in terms of getting them done. And then we get into the big stuff. So 2 big boxes arrived today. One was Mythic Legions, and then one came from Entertainment Earth, an order that I had placed. So let's take a look at the Legion stuff first. So we've got the Siege at Bjorngar wave is out and out there in the world. And I got my actual order, my original order. So I've got Faustia and we've got Thwick here. I've already done reviews of these because I've had the early release samples for a while. So I've got extras. I'm not sure what I'm doing with them. I don't know, I might sell them. I don't really need doubles of those 2 in particular, but we've got them. And it's nice to get the wave in finally. But of course, being the Siege at Bjorngar wave, that means there's literally something big here. So we've got the Ogre scale figures finally. So we've got Bolthor the Tower. So I've done his test shot review because that's the one test shot that I got. But we've got him in all of his glory. And these guys come in new style boxes for the line, and they also have entirely new box art that also kind of showcase maybe a couple new figures that are coming. Like, what is this guy? A big ogre that has like almost like a yak type of head on it, which looks pretty crazy. And then we've got a lot of the characters from Soul Spiller on here as well. So this is all new artwork, which is simply beautiful. I'm a big fan. Nate Barch is the guy that does the artwork for Legion stuff, and he is amazing when it comes to this. So we've got Bolthor. And then we've got, this is the Ogre Legion Builder, the Orc style one. So just the standard green Orc Legion Builder figure. He looks really cool. He's pretty similar to the next figure we're going to look at. But these guys are incredibly awesome just in terms of scale and size and the amount of plastic and heft and weight. And then we've got Kurzog. So this is like the main Orc Ogre style figure. He looks pretty fantastic. I'm really excited to take a look at these. I don't know if I'm going to do one review for all 3 or if I'm just going to do them individually. They're all almost the same thing. They're all very similar. Same body, a lot of the same parts. It's just, little differences, heads, weaponry, things like that. But they do look amazing. And I mean, I've been waiting a very long time for these, as is the case with a lot of Legion stuff. So it's really cool to finally get them and just to have them. And it's nice to get one big monstrous box. I mean, I'm sure there's folks out there that have got a ton of these, because I'm kind of small potatoes when it comes to Legion stuff. I get pretty much everything, but then there's folks out there that get, 3, 4, 5 of everything because they just go nuts, which is awesome, but it's not my thing. So we've got Legions, and it's weird that on a day when I get Legion stuff is not the main event. So I got another box, as I mentioned, from Entertainment Earth. I got this box from Entertainment Earth, and it's a Hasbro box. And I'm recording this on, the 5th of November. And about a week and a half ago, there were some reveals from Hasbro at 2 cons in London and Paris, I want to say, for Power Ranger stuff. We got full final reveals of Wave 3 of the Lightning Collection. And then a weird thing started happening that people were finding them at stores in the Oklahoma area from a chain called Vintage Stock, which I'm aware of. I've never been there, but I know what they are. And it turns out that they got that entire wave the literal day that they were announced, which was apparently a surprise to even Hasbro themselves, that the figures were already being sold. And it turns out they got theirs from Entertainment Earth. So I checked, and Entertainment Earth was selling full cases of the Lightning Collection Wave 3. So that's what that is. So I made my order, and it's an interesting case pack. It's 1 Lord Drakon, it's 1 Dino Charge Gold, and then 3 MMPR Red and 3 Beast Morphers Blue. It's an odd case pack, just in a general sense. It's very different. Only those 2 single pack figures. They're definitely going to be really hard to find for a while. Drakon is definitely going to be hard to find. So it's odd stuff. My MMPR Reds were already spoken for before I even got the case. So I've got 2 Beast Morphers Blue if anybody's interested. I'm cutting deals just to get rid of my doubles. Basically just selling them at cost if anybody's interested. Let me know. But here we go. So we've got my 1 remaining MMPR Red. And this is the same figure, as best I can tell. I need to do comparisons still, from the SDCC 2-pack, save for little tweaks, like the Morpher might be a little different. We'll need to check on that. And he does, of course, come with the Power Sword. He's got an effect piece, all that same stuff that you normally see. And then we've got our Beast Morphers Blue, And he looks really good. He seems really similar. He should be really similar to Beast Morphers Red, but there looks to be, I think this is a new effect piece up in here in the corner. That unmasked head sculpt is really striking. That looks pretty exceptional. And then we've got our Dino Charge Gold. This one looks really fantastic. I know there is some paint issues with the neck. I think the neck is the wrong color. I'll have to do a check against like my Figure Arts or something. But this one is fantastic. I'm a huge fan of the Sentai that this comes from. I didn't really watch Dino Charge, but I watched Kyoryuger, the Sentai that came from, and it's among my favorites. I'm very excited to take a look at this guy. It's just a cool looking figure. And then, of course, I mean, without a doubt, the star of this wave is the Lord Drakon figure. And I unfortunately don't have the Bandai Legacy figure to compare against because it was an exclusive and I was pretty much not even invested enough to get that figure. So we don't have a comparison, but come on, you know it's better. And yeah, he looks really good. I'm a big fan of this character design. I'm not huge into the Power Ranger comics anymore. I was into them for a while and then I kind of got out. So I'm familiar with the character. I know where he comes from. I know what he is. So I know what's going on in this box. But I think it's a cool design and I think it's just an interesting idea. And the only real negative is that you're probably going to have trouble getting him if you didn't pre-order him because he's likely going to be a pain to find in store. So yeah. I think that's it. Unless I'm missing something, there's likely something somewhere that I didn't grab. But we've got some Fortnite stuff, some Star Wars, some Marvel, some Mythic Legions, and then of course a whole bunch of Power Ranger stuff. So yeah, again, this is all stuff that I'm very much going to be reviewing. I think we're probably going to kick things off with Lord Drakon first, I bet. Or a Legion's Ogre, one of the two, whichever one I can figure out to do first. So that is it, guys. That is my very massive midweek haul. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys have gotten recently. Let me know what you think about this stuff. And I'll catch you later.